Vert King. We got Mr. Top 5, Mr. Flip them colors and switch up at any time. He holds one of Rick Ross's gold diamond encrusted keys, certify him as the car show king, okay?
Type shit.
Yeah, he's an actor, soon to be starring, and I believe it's Car Show Kings as Uncle Slim.
That part.
Okay. He's a businessman from liquor to clothing apparel. Mr. Nava, the HNIC himself, is in the building with this exclusive one-on-one interview with Candace's Candid Talk. Yes. So, yeah, let's get into this thing. So, for those who aren't familiar with the car culture, definitely the South Florida car culture, who is Nava? Tell the folk who you is.
The HNIC. Real easy.
Real easy. Y'all heard of the HNIC, baby. We're finna get into this thing because we know some folks been wanting to know some stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So, when we talk about verts, donks, the South Florida car culture, what is the difference between, I want to say, because you know you have the verts and then you got like the low riders, we got donks here. Like, what would you say the big debate is about those cars?
So I'm gonna say the donk car culture is, I would say, first and foremost, the word donk, first and foremost, all that originated in Miami. So, you know, it's a South Florida thing.
Okay.
And the donk culture and the lowrider culture is two different cultures. The lowrider culture is more on the West Coast.
Okay.
And, you know, we rep the East Coast. Opposed to the lowrider culture, we're not big as the lowrider culture yet. You know, we're growing. We're continuing to grow. I would call South Florida, I'm gonna just say Florida, the home of the donks. Because, my opinion, we got the hardest donks in the world.
Say that one more time for the people.
We got the hardest donks in the world.
Florida got the hardest donks.
That's just facts. That's just me stating facts. We got the hardest donks in the world. I don't care where you from. You ain't coming here with a donk harder than the ones we got. And that's just a fact.
That's from the HNIC himself. That's what he said.
Yeah,
Florida
real
got the
facts.
hardest.
Real facts. I stand on that. I stand on that for real.
So listen, I've never been like in a convertible of any sort. Definitely not no like Chevy Vert, like nothing. So
you mean like mine?
say that again.
Like mine.
Like yours. We talk about yours specifically. So paint the picture for me. Like, let's take a ride. What, like, tell me from beginning to end. Like, when you getting in, is it daytime? What we listening to? Like, we taking a ride in your car. Paint the picture for me from the time we come from wherever we coming at to get in the car. Like, what we doing? Daytime, nighttime. We turning on music. How it's gonna go? Paint the picture.
So with me, I mean, it's just vibes type. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit we don't like. It's vibes. So you get in it with me, it's whatever come on, like whatever type of music come on, that's the type of vibe we're gonna be on. You know, that's the type of time we're gonna be on. So whatever the playlist hit, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what we hit.
And when you're in the car with me, see the energy kind of different. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's like that type of shit. Like, I'm rubbing off on you type shit. You know what I'm saying?
So when you leaning back, I'm a
yeah. So like, you know what I'm saying? So like when I'm into it, I'm really into it. You know what I'm saying? The energy very high. And again, you know, it's just like you can't do nothing but catch it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, type shit.
Y'all hear? You hear Nava over here? We catching vibes, baby. When we get in that bird, like his
type shit.
Yeah, is that air working enough?
Yeah.
Air working, real good.
Oh, heavy, dude. I'm talking about, you ain't worried about that.
Heavy.
Heavy.
How far can we go in the bird? How far we can go without it doing a little something?
Shit, you name it. Shit, you name it. All we need is gas and ass. That's it.
It worked. It run. That's what it said.
Gas and ass. I just don't want no nuts on my seat. I want ass. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all I want. Gas and ass.
Y'all heard him. Y'all heard him. All right. Okay. So, what got you into cars to begin with?
So, when I was a kid, man. Like, so I started off with like in four-wheelers and shit. Like, that was my thing. That's what, if anybody really know me, they know that's where like the root of me stemmed from, the four-wheelers. I came from that. So again, as a kid, maybe 6, 7 years old, I always loved cars. My old boy had a truck that he was like dead head over heels, crazy about spent hella money into it, you know what I'm saying? And it was like on some hot rod type shit. So, you know, of course you gonna like what your daddy like. So it led from that to me liking both cars and the four-wheelers. And I just like always had a passion for old school cars. I mean, nothing against new school. I drive them. I don't care for them. Like, old school me, please. But that's just always been my thing. I always had a passion for old school cars. And shit, man, like I say, coming up, you know what I'm saying, me and the homies used to stand out there and we used to play That's My Car. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's my car right there.
Like, we could be out there, we could be in the yard running around playing, and you heard that music coming up the street, we stop, hey, That's My Car, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, type shit we was on. So I knew as a kid I had a thing for cars. For old school cars.
Old school cars specifically.
Yeah.
So would you say your dad, like, he influenced you kind of, sort of, or it was just?
It was a like kind of sort of thing, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of like kind of sort of thing, cause like I say, old boy had a truck, and it was like on some hot rod type time. So, you know, he had a hella motor in there, and you know what I mean, and the setup, and that's when it was like the white with blue pearl and the blue rag top. You know what I'm saying, like type shit. So that's what my old boy was on. So you know, I just kind of like picked up right there. Yeah, took it and ran with it.
So when would you say you built your first build? Like, when did your car, let's talk about your first car that you owned. What kind of car was it? Even though we kind of know.
My first car I ever owned, it was a Cutlass. A Cutlass Supreme. I paid $800 for that motherfucker. Hey, that bitch had a 307 in the, you couldn't tell me nothing. Nothing. I'm talking about, and my shit was running type shit, and it was slow as ever. You know what I'm saying? Fuck around it, and I got an exhaust leak, and that bitch was kind of loud. You couldn't tell me nothing. Like,
with the exhaust leak.
What? I'm talking about, I get in front of a crowd, I'm putting that bitch in neutral. I'm like 17, 18 years old. I'm saying I had car dreams then, but shit, you know, the bread wasn't there.
You said car dreams.
So when I say car dreams, like, I had dreams for it. I wanted to drop that Cutlass. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I couldn't wait to drop this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, but again, the funds was low.
All right. So when did the car dream start coming to life? Like, when were you able to? So
I'm gonna say like my first don't.
Yeah.
Cause I had an expo, and that expo was. And I was on my hot boy shit back then. Expedition.
Expedition. Okay.
Yeah, so I was on my hot boy shit back then, listening to Hot Boys and all that shit there. But the expo had sentimental values. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I came home, I did a little county bid, and I came home, and my old girl gave me that bitch, and then it was like she passed, and when she passed, you know, that bitch had like sentimental value. So it's like I kept it. Took that bitch to Sudi. I took it to Toby first, wet that bitch at Toby. Took it to Sudi, wet that bitch at Sudi. Had me some floaters on that bitch, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't tell me shit, you know what I'm saying?
So you changed the color twice, you said?
No, like 3-4 times.
3-4 times?
Like 3-4 times, yeah.
So how long did you keep the car before?
I kept that truck probably about 6 years, some shit like that.
Was it hard to part with, being that the sentimental value was there?
Of course, and that's why I was so attached to it, you know what I'm saying? Because it was the old girl shit, so like, I was so attached to it. Moving forward, it was like, hey, listen, I'm going at what I want now. Like, fuck this shit, I'm gonna go at what I want. And what I wanted was always a 7-tray vert.
Okay.
Like, I always wanted a 7-tray vert. So at the time, shit, nigga couldn't really afford no 7-tray vert. So what I did, I bought me a 7-tray hard top, photo, no post.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, glass house. And that was the closest I could get to a vert at the time. You know what I'm saying? I let all my motherfucking windows down, and I had hella music in that bitch. You know, I was riding around jamming like a motherfucker.
What color was it?
Turquoise. It was that teal. Like, I always kept that turquoise, that teal.
Like an aqua kind of?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's like everything I done had almost. I done painted it that color.
So when you did that car, how you felt? Like, did it like supersede your expectations? Like, how did you feel when you, like, your first car dropped it, colors, whatever?
So when I did that car, that to me, and it wasn't like, it wasn't nowhere near what we doing to cars now. It was just a regular drop. It was just like, okay, I had a 396 in that bitch, stock ass 396. I just had them rebuild it brand new. Some 26-inch forges on there, candy paint, and it was like, all right, done. I had 6 15s in the trunk.
Oh,
yeah,
that's how we was knocking.
Yeah, we was getting off good.
Woo.
That motherfucker, that raggedy motherfucker was beating so hard. I couldn't keep that bitch crunk. I couldn't keep a gas tank on that bitch.
Because of all the music and stuff.
Yeah, and I was just getting into it. I didn't have the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't know that you got to build a bigger alternator. You got to put a bigger alternator on it. Sometimes you might have to run a dual alternator with all the shit was running.
Wow.
So I got 6 15s in the trunk and like about 6 batteries in the trunk. You know what I'm saying? One under the hood. So it was like crazy shit going on. But I was just getting into it. I didn't have knowledge. But just like any and everything in life, when you go through something, you know something, so it's just like a living and learning process.
Wow.
And every step that I took in the dunk game, I learned. I ain't just go through the game spending no money and not picking up no game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you learned, whether it was other people that was in the culture, or you learned about like what, watching, or you had like exclusive like mentor kind of say, how did that go?
My learning was through experience. I learned a lot that I know through experience, and I do have, at this point, I do have some great teachers, you know what I'm saying? Like some OGs that's in the game that I go sit down with, you know what I'm saying, and get this free G, you know what I'm saying, when they giving it to me, and I listen,
right.
And then I just take that shit, you know what I'm saying, and I add that little swag I got to it, you know what I mean?
You add what?
That little swag.
A little swag you got to it.
Yeah, I ain't got but a little bit, but what that shit look like a lot, you hear me?
And we hear you.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, before we get into anything else further, because we definitely finna tap into your history as far as the cars go. So let's talk about your Rick Ross experience. Like when you first started doing Promised Land car shows or whatnot. You got the first key, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about that experience. Walk me through that just a little bit.
Now, still to this day, that was one of the best shows I've ever been to as far as a car show.
Okay.
I mean, you had to be there to know what I'm talking about. The experience was that shit was just like irreplaceable. Man, the hype that was created around that whole situation, it was like, it was crazy. My nigga, I'm talking about, it was just like, it was crazy. When I say crazy, I mean the hype that was created. And a lot of this hype, right, it really came from the dunk culture. We like, don't get me wrong, everybody was excited to go there,
right,
to be there, but we created a different kind of hype. Just like when we got there, we created a different type of atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Like, this the 3rd year, and they still talking about that tree. You know what I'm saying? The tree is where top 5 was at. Yeah, so like we brought some different kind of vibes, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't just me, it was us as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like powerful. that whole top 5 movement, we came in there, man, and we rocked that motherfucker for real.
How did y'all come up with that top 5, like that name itself? Like,
so it was just like, just like in anything else, motherfucker just capping, nigga just, you know what I'm saying, just popping it on that ground type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
top 5
type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on some shit like this here, like, hey, I don't care, like who it is. If it's a conversation mentioned about dunks, I promise you I'm gonna be in the top 5.
Say that one more time for people.
If it's a conversation mentioned about dunks, I promise you I'm gonna be in the top 5.
Y'all heard
I'm gonna be mentioned in that conversation as a top 5. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where that started at, and shouts out to Dollar, because that boy took it and put it on his back, man. Like, and I'm talking about this in his bloodstream now. You know what I'm saying? So it was just something we worked together with. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's in his veins, man, for real. And he pushed it and pushed it and pushed it to where it's at right now. And a lot of people might not understand it, because people might say, oh, them 5 cars. It's not about them 5 cars. It's not about that. Top 5 is, it's a lifestyle. It's not about just these specific 5 cars. No. No. You can be in a whole nother state. You can be, I don't care, you can be in a whole nother country. You know what I mean? Like, hey, listen, I'm in here and I live in California, and when you talk about lowriders, I bet you I'm gonna be in the top 5 low. Like, that's the type of vibes we created with that. And it was no nothing to say, hey, we got 5 donks right here in Florida. That's the baddest in the world. No, that's not what we were saying. We were saying, hey, listen, you rep what you like. You rep your shit. So wherever you at in this world, you top 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, you top 5, and you whatever lane you in. You could be cutting hair, you could be a barber, you could be a nail tech. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You top 5. And that's all we created. You know what I'm saying? But you know, a lot of sucker shit came with it, cause yeah, you know what I'm saying. A lot of sucker shit came with it. Cause motherfuckers try to like.
Can we hear a little bit about the can we?
You know,
touch on it a little bit.
I mean, with the hate, I ain't gonna never really too much touch on the hate or speak on the hate, cause you know it don't do nothing but motivate me. It energizes me. So you know what I mean. I don't really like never finna give the negative
that
energy
attention, right.
no attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't even care nothing about it. Like, we're gonna step over that and keep on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So just like in this interview, we're gonna step right on over.
Right on over that. Yep.
Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? On
Understood.
to the next.
Understood.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like that.
Understood. Did you hear me? Yes. Yes. So back to the you said it was just an unforgettable experience. Back to the Promised Land, the first car show ever. It was an unforgettable experience. So when you got your key, the feeling, like.
So it was like, it was just one of those big accomplishments. Like at that moment, it was like the accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? Not only just for me, it was like the team type shit. Like, hey, look, we really came up and we did this. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, all that shit we was talking for real. Yeah, we came up here and we did this shit for real. We showed y'all for real. Like, hey, listen. Them Florida cars is different when it comes to the don't game. Them Florida cars is different. Them boys got real swag, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, them boys ain't just building no plain cars or whatever. Hey, them boys got swag with that shit for real out of Florida. That's what we stood on, and we went up there and we represented that.
What color was the car at that point when you won? Was it the color that we got now, or?
Nah, it was that blue with the burgundy interior.
Okay. All right.
Still to this day, like, you know, you got people still say, damn, he should have left that car that color. Ooh.
What you feel like?
I feel like if you know cars, then you should know what you're looking at. You can't take that blue and burgundy combination and sit it nowhere next to this shit what's going on right now. So this shit here, like next level type shit. But at the same time, you may look at it on the gram or through the phones or whatever, and you see one thing, but this shit's something different. Like, in person, this shit is a real deal gangster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This bitch is a real deal gangster in person, for real. I mean, my opinion, my honest opinion, the hottest in the motherfucking game. You hear me?
Tell me one more time, because you say it loud enough.
I say the hottest in the motherfucking game. Woo-hoo. Just like that, you know, and every nigga should feel the same way about his. Every nigga should feel the same way about his.
Where your car at? Where that came from?
So now this is back on Dollar and them again. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dollar and a couple more people. You know, they was, I think it was like, if I'm not mistaken, it could have happened like on live. You know what I'm saying? Where they got into that there. You know, they got into that and hit that topic, and that topic, you know, just that phrase just like it was very like trending right then, like, and it still is now. It's like, yeah, so it's like showing up, like, it's really for motherfuckers like this, like, you don't have a car, but you talking shit about my car type shit.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, let me ask, hey, where your car?
Yeah,
type shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's you're irrelevant right now.
Yeah,
You
like,
got no car. We can't even compare that right now.
So like, you got oil pressure? Nah, I ain't. Oh, where your car at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, you got room to talk about mine, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Type shit like that. Yeah, that's it.
Y'all okay? Slogan. Okay. when you got the key, and I'm still just going back to this because you said it was a big accomplishment. Like, do you feel like when you were a little boy and you had your dream, your car dream, do you feel like that was one of the dreams? Did it supersede like what you could have imagined?
Never could imagine even, taking it to the level that it's at now because I never planned it. I never planned this, you know what I'm saying? It's just like me just living, like just doing me, you know what I'm saying? And this shit I ain't asked for this shit. It just chose me, you know what I'm saying? So it was like I say, I never even thought that a nigga like me out of little old Pompano would be in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Sitting on stage in Las Vegas with a motherfucking Chevy Vert. Like this same Chevy Vert out of Pompano done took me way to Las Vegas. This same Chevy Vert, I'm standing up here in front of thousands and thousands of people at Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? Now, hey, listen, if you watch the videos and all that from back at Ross, man, that shit, I was so turned up, man. The energy went through me, man, and I grabbed a mic. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. Hey, hold on, man. I'm finna drop my motherfucking album. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, listen, I would, you know what I'm saying? I would popping that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. And big shouts out to Ross, man, because the nigga turned it up. He turned it up a notch for us. You know what I'm saying? Everybody done stepped their game up in his game. You know what I'm saying? Chasing that key. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody want it.
Yeah, everybody want it because it's big bragging rights. It's like the biggest bragging rights you can have in this game. You know what I'm saying? When you get that key from Ross, that's the biggest, for real. Like, real talk.
That's big. That's big. And I'm just like, say you grab the mic, like that.
Yeah. I'm just, hey, Ross, hey, hold on. I'm finna drop my motherfucking mixtape now. Hold on. Hey, y'all, listen to this here, woo woo, and just with the kicking it like that type shit.
So what pushed you or promoted you to, or prompted you to, you do your Easter car show, right? How many years you been doing the Easter car show?
The first one I ever did was in 2010.
Wow, way then?
Right, so that's when I had that photo, the same photo we was just talking about.
Yeah.
I had the teal photo, and I had to just put it together. I was trying to get that bitch ready for Easter. Brought it out, right, and it just went on Facebook and like, hey, Easter Sunday, we're gonna be at Ely Park.
Just like that.
And that bitch we shut the city down.
Just like that, just go on Facebook.
We shut the city down.
Wow.
So nigga continued it, and it got to a point where it's like, nigga it was like, hey man, hold on. Bro, you doing this shit, bro, like, this could be your calling, dog, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got a thing for uniting people, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to keeping people together, putting people together, you know what I'm saying, and keeping the peace with it is the most important piece of it. You know what I'm saying? I really step in peace and P. You know what I'm saying? When I push the P, it's the P for real. Pumping no peace. All that, you know what I'm saying? Like the P for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's like, hey, bro, listen. This might be your calling for real, bro. Because like you really can like put these people together, and these events are peaceful. Man, this shit, what I'm telling you about, like, okay, in 2010, when you got off I-95 Atlantic Boulevard, exit 36, and you turn right there by the racetrack, and the whole uptown was shut down. Like, real talk, like, cause this just some nigga went on there and typed on Facebook, hey, we gonna be at Ely Park. So I continue with it, right? But I never really, again, plan on it going to the level that it's at now. So some of my homies that's around me, like, cause I got a strong support cast when it comes to homies, you know what I'm saying? So my homies, like, I call them my brothers, nigga like woke a nigga up, hey bro, it's time for you to take this to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like, you not looking at what you can do. You just keep doing this shit. You doing this shit for free, and cause I was just doing that shit on the park.
Capitalizing on it.
You not capitalizing off it, bro. It's like, what you know what I'm saying? Like, what you keep doing it for?
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, I'm gonna listen to you. So that's when I went head on and, you know, stepped my shit up, got my LLC, and, you know what I'm saying, like, went about it all the right ways, you know what I'm saying, with the hiring police and all that shit there, and that's when I saw it. It's like, oh shit, like I've been sleeping on myself.
Yeah, I ain't even realize you doing it, going through the motions, but not even realizing like the impact. Like
yeah, it's like damn,
man.
bro, like you slipping on you, like you really slipping, and you sleeping on yourself for real. So I was like, man, hold on, man. So again, my team steady behind me, pushing it, and as I'm getting into it, I'm learning, until now it's like where I'm at. So it's like, damn, I look back and like, damn, but them boys, you know what I'm saying, like real strong support cast, you know what I'm saying? Because if it was up to me, I probably would have still been just, hey, we finna go in the park and do this shit, and wouldn't even care about it. You know what I'm saying?
So that's important to have a support system like that.
Yeah,
like
no doubt.
Wanting to see you do better, like pushing you and serving as a catalyst to get you to like the next. That's real, because that's really rare.
Facts.
And you said you got a strong and you got multiple.
Oh hell yeah.
That's rare. So that's a blessing in itself to have support system like
Big
that.
facts.
So going this strong, how you been going when you took your advice of your friend or your homies, your support system? How long ago you said it was since you've been doing it on that trajectory, like that path, like capitalizing, even you still doing what you love. It's still purposeful. It's still bringing people together. You being uniting people peacefully. But as far as taking it to that level to where you seeing the benefits and you reaping what you sow, right? You see the fruits of your labor.
Correct.
So about how long would you say it's been at that?
the first one that I did and did it, I'm gonna say the right way, was 2017.
Okay.
So I did it the right way at Central Railroad Park, the same park I just had the Easter.
Okay.
Yeah, this shit. So I did it there, and everything was smooth. So from there, it's like, damn, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, you've been sleeping on yourself for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I got on top of my shit, man, and just like from there, I was woke at that point. You know what I'm saying? So I was fuck sleeping on myself, and
Tighten up.
Tighten
up.
I got to kick my G a little different. So that's what I did.
I could appreciate that, like for real. I want to touch on something. So when you said that, as far as the expo with the sentimental value, you expressed to your mom a lot when you were younger about like your love for cars. When you were younger, y'all had those type of conversations when it came to like your cars and stuff, or it was more like a thing with your dad?
Nah, it was more like a thing with the old boy. You know, so
Okay.
my old boy. Me and my old boy used to pop it a lot by that, you know what I'm saying? And me and him, the way we used to kick it, like he used to be like, man, I'll put that truck on your ass. You know what I'm saying? So we used to kick it like that there. He used to be like, he'll put that truck on my Chevy and all that there. Cause my daddy was a Ford man, he loved Fords.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then, I came up in the house with him, so what I'm gonna love Fords too.
Right.
But, when I jumped out that bird nest, it's like I was out there on my own. It's like, man, fuck them Fords. I like this Chevy. You know what I mean?
What dog?
Yeah, like that fast.
You worry about them no more, nah.
Hey, dad, you keep them Fords over there, man.
This
You keep your Mustangs and all that there, bro.
What is it about the Chevy? What is it about the Chevy that you got attracted to?
That motherfucking 7 trait is just a sexy.
That's
bitch.
your favorite?
That's a sexy bitch. 7 trait vert. That bitch that bitch phenomenal to me. If you get a clean, I'm talking about a clean 7 trait vert, and I don't care how you do it. You can go base coat, you can go candy, you can keep that bitch all original clean. That bitch to me is just.
It's gonna be what it's.
That's it. That's him right there. That's him.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
How long does it cause you done had several colors. You done flipped this car all kind of which ways. How long approximately would you say it takes you to build?
I'm really glad you hit that topic. And anybody that knows me know this about me. I will switch a color on a car so fast. like for real. Like I ride this bitch 2 years, 3 years. I get tired of looking at that shit. Like this bitch done played out to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like fuck that. I'm painting that bitch over. Like I break that bitch down, paint that bitch over another color. Like that's just how I am. I get tired of looking at it because one thing about me, my cars ain't gonna get enough time to just sit up and every weekend. I'm gonna knock the dust off that bitch every weekend. I'm talking about every weekend.
Ain't no
I'm getting it in. Nah, hell no.
Ain't no sitting.
Nah, not with mine. That bitch don't ride. But if my money's spun in, and I'm getting every dime up out this motherfucker.
Yeah, them, like when I was looking into it, I'm talking about people driving like 150,000 on like verts and
they get expensive.
Yeah, that's a
yeah. But this is the thing. Cars alone, old schools alone, are expensive. It's according to how far you want to go with it. The don't culture we've grown, and we still growing, you know, to the point now where, you know, people dropping a real bag in it now.
Okay.
But you got them muscle cars, them American muscle cars, where the average bill been that.
What's an example of American muscle car?
Like a Camaros
Okay.
and the Challengers.
Okay.
And, you know, them old schools.
Waving them off like.
Yeah, cause that ain't you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck out of here type shit. But nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, with me, my favorite old schools is the don'ts. I love all old schools, but my favorite is the don'ts. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look at the Chevelles. I'm gonna look at the Camaros. I'm gonna look at the old Challengers and Chargers and all that. You know what I'm saying? The Regals, the Cutlass. Love them all, but when it comes to the don't, hey, we're gonna put that to the side. Put that don't right here. You know what I'm saying? That's just where I'm at with that.
So Florida named it the don't. Like, why we calling it the don't? Like, what's?
So I'm telling you, like, that's one of them, and nobody can take this from Dade County. That's where it originated in Dade County.
Dade County, okay.
That, like, that's where it came from. Niggas ain't know nothing but a Chevy was just a Chevy.
Right.
The boys in Dade made that bitch a don't. You know what I'm saying? So again, and I'm gonna give props where it's due at. That's just where it originated from. And when it came down to it for real, that's where, like, the boys had the cleanest cars. The boys had the cars with all the motor in it. You know, when we was a lot of other places just riding around with stock 400s or 350s, the boys had runners in them don'ts already. You know what I'm saying? The boys sitting out on the 22s, and we was trying to put 30s on our cars and all that. Them boys had some 22s on there, but that bitch was a runner. You know what I'm saying? It was all original cars, and they always did that. Kept their cars real nice and clean. You know what I'm saying? And with hella motor, and it's always been a whole lot of them motherfuckers in Miami. There's like a whole lot of don'ts in Miami. So again, that's why Miami, and you can't take it away from them. It's the don't capital.
Say it one more time.
It's the don't capital. Miami is the don't capital. And I don't care where you go in the world.
Excuse me.
Nobody has more or ever had more don'ts
Than Miami.
And that's a fact.
Respect.
The West Coast, they got don'ts on the West Coast.
They
But you know, they don'ts, they ride them like Lolos with 13s on them, etc. On this side, yeah, nigga gonna put them 24s, 26s, yeah, you know what I'm saying, type shit.
So do you you had said something a little earlier as far as like the vert culture going into, like, y'all are not there yet as far as how the lowriders are. You said that earlier. What's the?
Because the don't culture is not as big as any other culture.
Okay.
You know, the lows, them people, when you go on that West Coast, it's like you may have, I mean, you can't even count the number of them. You know what I'm saying? Them people out there doing their thing with them, and and you can even catch it. You find them even on this side, on the east side. Miami got lows, you know what I'm saying? All up through the Midwest, you know what I'm saying? Them lows is everywhere. Lowriders, they everywhere. And the community is very, very large. Opposed to the don't community. The don't community, you can really sit down. We can sit here, and it's a lot of cars in the don't culture that, you know, people don't have IG, or people just don't post their cars, so a lot of people don't know about. Right. But still, we're not as large as that community. Okay. We're not as large as the G-body community. You know what I mean? Like the G-bodies, like you go up from Atlanta all the way up through the Midwest, and G-bodies is everywhere. That culture is like flooded. G-body, what's the? Like the Cutlass. Okay.
You
know what I'm saying? All that. You know what I'm saying? So you go again up in that in that I'm gonna just say from Atlanta on up through the Midwest, it's flooded. It's flooded, and that community is very large. Opposed to the Dunks, you're gonna get it in Florida.
Okay.
You're gonna get some of it in Cali, and then you're gonna get like just a little,
speckles here and there.
you know what I'm saying? Just a couple people got them here
Okay.
throughout, the rest of the country. It ain't as flooded as the rest of the car culture is.
Would be. Okay.
Yeah, when it comes to the old school car culture.
Who would be the most down to earth celebrity that you've worked with or encountered? Who would you say?
As of right now,
Yeah, as of right now, could have been in the past, like just celebrity period that we deem celebrities. Like, who would you say is the most down to earth that you've come in contact with?
Coley B.
Coley B, most down to earth. Okay, most down to earth celebrity.
Yeah.
Is it because he from where you from, or it's just?
Yeah, we got that bond. We got that bond like that, and my man EJ, Edger James.
Play football.
Yeah, like real down to earth type nigga. You know what I'm saying? So those are two people that I can say like on celebrity status. Like you don't even know them people like that. That's how down to earth they is.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, real down to earth type people.
Let's get into your movie. Let's talk about that a little bit. When is it set to air? Has it already been released? I mean.
So shouts out to Poncho. You know what I'm saying? I think it's summer. I think it's July.
July. Okay.
July.
Slim.
Yeah, it should be in heavy rotation in July.
Okay.
So you be able, watch Uncle Slim pop his shit a little bit type shit. You know
How
what I'm saying?
was it like? Were you nervous? Like, how was it to get into that?
Nah, man. It was like that shit was a great experience for me. You know what I'm saying? Like bro hit me up, like, bro, man, I got woo for you, man. Like, and I just like, I really stepped out on faith, not even knowing what I was stepping into. I was like, bro, listen, bro, cause I'm not the type of nigga, like, I'm not gonna shadow your dreams, man. If you feel like it's gonna work for you, and you want me to be a part of it, I'm gonna be a part of it. I'm gonna roll with this, you know what I'm saying? So he came to me with the ideal, and you know what I'm saying? I say, hey, bro, listen, let me tell you something, bro. If you rockin', I'm gonna roll. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what I did. And the first day, I got there, it'd be a little stiff at first,
Right.
And I got into it. Once I got into it, it was like, all right, this shit like cakewalk type shit.
Wow.
Like, yeah, this shit easy. You know what I'm saying? And I just went to flowing with it. And it was a great experience because it was a learning experience.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on it to finish being edited and
all that.
Yeah, all that. Because I'm
You
ready.
haven't seen it since.
Nah, I see clips of it.
Right.
But no, I'm ready to sit down with my motherfucking, drinking, sit down and watch Uncle Slim pop his shit.
Okay. Yeah. We gonna do a premiere and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Punch working on all that. We gonna do all that shit.
Good. So, if you could tell Nava something from the past, if you could tell your 10-year-old self something right now, what would you tell yourself?
Say that paper.
Say that, paper.
Yep. Run that bankroll up to the motherfucking sky. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. Just say that paper, man. Run up you a big old bankroll, grow old with a bankroll. That's it.
What is the difference between the Nava I have sitting before me, the Nava that we see, and I know there's layers to you, because of course, social media not gonna see everything about Nava, right? So, what is that you care to share? What is the difference between the Nava at 18-ish, 20-something, and the Nava we have now sitting before us?
So, the 18-year-old Nava just didn't care, didn't care about nothing. Like, I mean, when I say nothing, I didn't have a care in the world. If it wasn't my old girl, my old boy, or my son at the time, I ain't give a damn about nothing. Nobody feelings or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I was, and when I say heartless, I wasn't a killer. I wasn't all that bullshit. It just, I didn't give a fuck about nobody else.
Right. Just all.
Yeah, it was just all for me, about me, and that was just
matter.
that. Like, nothing else mattered type shit. You know what I'm saying? and I was just like any other, you know, young adult or teen going into, you know, manhood, early stages of manhood. I was just young, wild, and just running around doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just doing stuff.
Just doing shit, for real.
So, if, let's say, leave yourself out of it, leave your crew out of it, who has the top, I say 3 hardest cars out right now?
Right now?
Yeah, leave top 5 out of it, y'all not included.
I don't want to answer that, because see,
what?
Niggas really get in their body about that shit.
Okay.
So motherfuckers will take just this clip right here, right? And then motherfuckers will just screen record just this clip.
And make it seem like.
And turn it into something else. Oh, you know the nigga said da 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 da. Oh, why he ain't mention me? Why he?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I got relationships with a lot of people.
And we
so
don't want to tamper in.
yeah, so I run from that conversation.
Respectfully, I understand absolutely.
Facts.
All right. So, if you could do anything else right now, exclude cars. If you couldn't have your hands in cars, what would it be?
To be honest, right?
Yeah.
It would be growing marijuana. That's
it's honest.
As crazy as it sounds, right?
Yeah.
I always wanted to just move to California and just grow my own weed type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about like whole farm, like whole. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like yeah,
like a dispensary kind of thing.
Like all
everything.
That type shit. All the legal way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Like that's what I always wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? It may sound crazy.
No.
But that crazy motherfucker said that. Hey.
They probably thought before.
That's what that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what that shit at. You know what I'm saying? Let's get these bowls rolling. You know what I'm saying?
We got a name for it, or we don't want to give them the name.
All kind of names. We just look at the weed and make up a name for that.
Make up a name.
Yeah. Shit, that's what they doing anyway. Shit.
So, oh my God, yeah, you crazy.
For real? Shit.
How does one get to this mentality, this HNIC mentality? We know Nava, you know, the nickname, comfy real name or whatever, but how does one get to this HNIC mentality? Like, how did you get to that mentality? Just in general, like, process. A boy, a teen coming into a man, like a real man, for real man. How does one develop that mentality to see himself the way you see yourself? That's HNIC.
Man, it's so crazy. I couldn't really even tell you because, you know, I just live my life out just being me. And again, I never planned on none of this shit. It's just like, nigga woke up one day and said, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I changed my name on Instagram, you know what I'm saying, to HNIC type shit. And then it's just like one of those things that you speak into existence.
Ooh, you know
what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, I just said this bullshit around, like name type shit on Instagram. And then when I look back sometime later, I was like, hey, look, nigga, you in charge of some shit for real type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you done really spoke this shit into existence for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, before I knowed it. Because again, I told you, I never planned this shit. This shit chose me. You know what I'm saying?
Chosen.
So, yeah, like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like that. I like that for you. Will we see you in more movies? Cause it seems like you like the little acting thing.
If it's in God's will, then hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No question.
Like, yeah, without a doubt. I ain't turning down, you know what I'm saying, no paper unless it's got something to do with that other shit. Like,
we straight.
We ain't rocking. We ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? But nah, as long as it's on some player shit and you know what I'm saying, I can get me a bag off it. You can count me in it.
What would be your ideal role? Like, who would you play? What type of?
They gonna always have to keep me on some real player shit. Long as it ain't got me, I ain't involved in no sucker shit, doing no sucker shit.
Right.
Because I'm not even gonna act on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? Like doing no sucker shit. So, nah, long as my role could be, you know what I'm saying, being P, that's that.
You with it.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So, if you could leave, you just left some jewels, but if you could leave people with anything, like if this, just say you was writing a memoir, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you close the book out with? What would be the last thing of your memoir? What would you say to anybody, people that's gonna read it now, read it years from now, like grandchildren, like just what would you say?
I would say you have to live your life for you. You know, damn trying to impress somebody else or damn trying to be accepted by somebody else. I would say live your life I would say live your life to satisfy you and not try to satisfy the world.
That's good. Wow. Have you always been the type to just everything else is blocked out? Did it take you a while to get to this point to where I ain't living for nobody else's validation? I don't care what nobody else talking about. Like, this is for me. Like,
I've been like that. I've been like that, you know.
That's a gift itself.
The critics may say one thing, right? You know, but that's anybody, right? It's gonna get to you. It might get to you right then at that moment. And I'm human. It get to me right then at the moment, right? But 20, 30 minutes from now, I forgot all about what they said, you know what I'm saying? Because it don't even matter to me. It don't even matter to me. You know, so I keep that shit to the side. And I'm going along, like, it doesn't matter to me, you know what I mean? Like a lot of things that be said, you know, a lot of the bullshit, niggas name come up in and all that shit, don't mean nothing to me. That shit don't mean nothing to me. Like, oh yeah, I heard this and I heard that, but this, that, and the other don't even deserve my energy nor time. So I ain't even feeling like feed that shit. I'm
too busy building. We ain't got time to go down there.
You hear me?
Get off the ladder.
You hear me? Like, can that shit pay a bill for me? No. Like, yeah, I got too many bills over here to be worrying about what they say over there.
That's understandable.
Because they say ain't gonna pay a fuck thing for me over here.
What you got going on?
So that's just how, you know, that's just how I live my life day to day, man. I don't trip on nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm stepping over that shit. Cause when you fall, it's too hard to get up. So I don't trip over none of that shit.
When you fall, it's too hard to get up.
Yeah,
so
it's too
tripping
hard.
over nothing.
Nah.
Oh, so we finna get out of here. But so you know, you act like you be moving furniture in the house. You're not gonna get tired of looking at the same thing in the house. They redecorate the house and all that there. That's how you is about this cars. So you think we gonna get another color after the car show?
No, yeah, it's stuck right here, boy.
It's stuck right here?
And I'm gonna tell you why I went back to the green.
Okay.
The green to me was always my favorite combo. It was always my favorite. The last green car I had, the 72, which, you know, you got the suckers say, oh, he copied and pasted another car. Hey, stop.
What is it? You copied and pasted
Yeah,
another
them
car?
suckers say, oh, he copied it because it's another car in Miami that's got the same setup, right?
Yeah.
But niggas ain't gonna keep it P and say, hey, yeah, that boy had that 72 in 2016 that he built was this same green woody-woo. So that other car came behind his car. So who copied who type shit.
Yeah,
hey, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, okay.
But, you know, like, so the green to me, the green, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
I idolize motherfuckers like Bishop Don Juan. You know, so I used to sit home and watch Pimps Up, Hoes Down. You know, so, like, yeah, I've been on P shit since a kid.
Wow.
I ain't tell you that part. You know what I'm saying?
No,
but yeah, you know, I idolize motherfuckers like Bishop Don Juan and shit like that. You know, the green for the money, gold for the honey type shit. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So, I just always felt like the green was right. When you said Nava and you said Adon, it was like that green.
Ooh.
That green, it was that green and gold. That green and gold combination, that shit really blew up my Instagram. For real. Yeah, that shit blew up my Instagram. Like, cause people was liking that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And like, I'm a whole buck. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with you. The car was raggedy as fuck. It was a bucket for real. Because I bought the car knowing the car was a bucket because I knew my intentions.
What you was gonna do with it?
What I was gonna do with it. I knew I wasn't finna be riding around acting like, oh yeah, I got this clean ass car. Woo. No, I got this car and I'm finna cut this bitch up and put some 30s on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's a bucket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna drive my bucket proud. Don't give a fuck what you got to say about it. And I did it, and I did it for years and years and years.
I know that's right.
So then, you know, I was getting so many compliments with the car, and I was like, you know what? Hey, it's time for you, cause you done learned in this game, bro. Like, you know what's what, you know what's not. So I say, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do, because my supporters, I went from like 20-something thousand people on Instagram to like 57,000 people so fast.
Wow.
Fucking with that green car, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, damn, I really do have supporters when it comes to this shit. And they love this car. And I was like, man, this shit a cold bucket, man. So what I did was I bought the 73. And I was gonna take the 73 and do the 73 how the 72 was.
Okay.
And then I got to a point where I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna build this bitch even colder. I'm gonna build something real nice and classy. So I took that 73, which happened to be my favorite car up until now. That 73, that's the one I had the accident in. That car happened to be, that was the champagne looking one with the rose gold and the burgundy top.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so that's the one I had the accident in. Speaking of the accident, I was on the turnpike driving with my knee. And they was paving. I had got so comfortable with the car.
You was driving with your knee, like steering the car with your knee?
I was so comfortable with the car. I was so comfortable with the car. My car rolled like a new car. So I was so comfortable with it. I'm driving with my knee and I'm playing in the phone. And they were paving the roads. So it was daytime, so apparently they was paving them at night.
Right.
You know how they do it. So the road was uneven like this. And if you know what I'm talking about, I went to get over and switch lanes, and now I'm doing maybe 65, 70, right? And when I went to switch lanes, the wheel jumped off my knee, and the car just spiraled into a U-turn at that rate of speed.
You had the top, like the top was down?
And the top was back. So that motherfucker, the car just, and that bitch just took me over into the rail. I'm just sitting there waiting. I'm like, damn, dog, I'm finna die.
Oh.
And I'm waiting, and this bitch just, it hit, boom. And I'm like, oh shit, you got it. That bitch hit again. Boom, the second time.
Kept spinning like that?
Yeah, that bitch just knocked me out the second time. And I'm out of the car. That bitch ejected me out of the car, I was gone. And all I remember was just the cold side of that, right? This is how I knew I was fucked up, right? By cars. For real. Oh. Listen to this now. So, dog come to me and wake me up. I'm on the side of the turnpike. He wake me up. Hey, Nava, get up. So, he's shaking me to get me up. And when I open my eyes and I'm like, what happened? He like, you just wrecked your car, bro. What you think my response was?
What's wrong with my car? My car?
What? Like, I'm laying here fucked up. I'm broke all up. My ribs, I done broke 8 ribs.
No.
I done broke 8 ribs. My ankle, this bitch is just like this. My leg sitting up, but my ankle,
a whole nother way.
My feet is like this. So I done broke that. My back, now I can't breathe because I done broke these ribs.
Yeah. And you asking about a car.
I'm gasping for air, and I'm like, the first thing I asked him is my car okay? Shit, that's all I'm concerned about, my motherfucking car, man. Hey, man, what the fuck?
Did you pass back out after asking that question?
Oh, God, I did. So it was like, bruh, just let me use the phone one last time. Let me talk to my wife right quick, bruh. I called her. She thought I was playing, and he grabbed the phone. He's like, hey, he not playing. This shit serious. He fucked up bad. I was fucked up bad. I was skint all up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm laying that bitch. I can't breathe. I'm like, damn, they not gonna get here in time, bro.
Oh,
they ain't gonna get here in time. Man, when I tried to move that leg and I saw the ankle, I just passed out.
When you saw it?
When I saw that bitch was, my leg was straight. My feet was like this.
You was trying to, it wasn't even moving when you was trying to.
It wasn't moving, like the bitch was just heavy. I couldn't move it, and I was like, and I passed out. It was gone.
And by then you was already at the hospital when you woke back, came to?
When I woke back up, the paramedics they had to bang me on the side of the, and I woke up, and they was putting the stitches in right here.
Oh wow.
And my wife had made it up by that time, so she telling me like what done happened, and I'm like, oh shit.
You ain't know nothing.
Nah, I was fucked up. I was fucked up for real. I stayed in the hospital like a month and maybe a week or two, some shit like that.
How long it take for your ribs to?
So my ribs, I got a plate in here. I got a plate right here in my ribs. It was like I went through a fucking 8-hour surgery procedure. You know what I'm saying? Well, they put a plate right here. I got a plate running along my rib cage to connect my ribs back together. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
For life. That's
I never heard. Wow,
yeah.
That's real bad.
Yeah, I was fucked up bad for real.
I'm glad you're here still. That's a blessing.
Mm-hmm. The biggest blessing. You know what I'm saying? God kept me here for a reason,
He
man.
did.
I'm really favored for real, and I feel like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Jesus.
I just feel like I'm here to be a blessing to others for real.
Child, man, like, oh God. So, I don't even want to go. I keep talking.
Nah, but listen. So getting back
Yeah.
on topic, right?
No, that was good.
The 72 again was my favorite combo. 73 was my favorite car. I had the most fun in that bitch. Like that, I couldn't leave that bitch park because it was one of them ones, you know. Again, the 72 was a bucket. The 73 was like immaculate clean. This bitch was a real turnkey. When I say you go to the car and the car may have set up for a whole week because my car didn't set up for 2 weeks and all that shit. Like I told you, I'm driving mine for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would go to the car. I ain't have to air the tires. I ain't have to do nothing. I ain't have to charge no battery. It just go to that bitch, stick the key in. I could be standing outside the car, let the fuel pump run, and turn that boom. Like I was loving that car. I'm gonna tell you how bad I got it with cars, right?
Yeah.
I could be going through, I don't care what it is. My day could be fucked up. Me, I can go get in that vert and just find my peace. It's my therapy. I can get in that car after going through whatever I'm going through that day. I let that top back and every problem I just had just went right out the window when I let that top back. And I find my motherfucking peace. That's why you'll see me a lot. I roll by myself when I'm in my vert.
Right.
Because that's my therapy, that's my peace, that's my peaceful moments, that's my peaceful times. You know what I'm saying? Like everything else in the world is blocked out to me.
Wow.
I block all that shit out. Let that top back, everything just went behind me. I'm in the wind type shit.
That's the real outlet. Listen, Shawty got me excited by riding in the car. Listen, like Nava, I don't even want to go. I don't even want to go. Finna have me looking up 72, 73, like for real.
All over YouTube type shit.
Yeah, for real. This was a pleasure. For real. Like to let us in on your world and just give us some history and some background, stuff that you really can't find by just, we can see stuff on clicking on YouTube, but really like you gave us the intricacies of it, like the ins and outs. And I really wanted to know, and I also want to know your perspective because you got the juice. You got the juice. But listen,
I appreciate it.
So I believe in, giving folks their flowers. So we gonna do, I got you 2 things. You can have this one first. I don't know if you want to open it on what's the name.
You want me to open it now?
Yeah. Let's do that. This one heavy.
Look at you all fancy. You fancy,
things
huh? Oh, you fancy, huh?
Share a little fun.
Say shit, you fancy, huh?
Little fun.
That part.
Yeah. Should be able to fit this little roll up.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll tight.
Yeah.
That part. But I got to show the camera. Like,
okay, show the camera.
Like, yeah, real player shit. No draws type shit.
And he for real.
Yeah, man, for real. I appreciate that. Man. That was like you were really looking out for a nigga for real.
Look, he's trying to put it back like a rule.
Yeah.
You don't even know how to do it.
I'm finding a way. Oh God, I will.
Oh, he up like a rubber band.
I'll get to it.
Yeah, get to it. All right, this is the other one. It ain't got no fancy wrap. Just pull. Be careful, though. It's red.
It ain't real
I have to
heavy.
unwrap.
It ain't real heavy, but okay.
To me.
Like you done went all lot for that boy, man.
Yeah, and then you probably unwrap while you
Look at you.
unwrap.
Now you showing out now.
Yeah. Unwrap a little piece for the people.
Yeah, let me let the people see. Cause you showing out.
Yeah, do that one first.
Yeah, cause you showing out real good. I already know what this is. That's good shit, yeah.
Yeah, you read the
Ah, this so player right here, man. Whew. You got me nervous. I don't even want to read it, motherfucker.
Why you nervous?
Me
You want me to read it?
No, I got it, cause I ain't gonna let you leave here talking about I can't read. Shit.
Cause that's what was coming.
What? So it's top 5 and it's not a debate. Exit 36, married to the game. Spilt paint on anything attached to my name. I like this shit here. I'm trying to outbuild all of my builders, and that's a fact. Yeah, this real player right here. I'm gonna keep this bitch right here. Like, now this bitch is real player. For real. I ain't gonna lie, you snap with this one here though.
Okay, give him a little 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you went like you really went you got in your bag with that one now.
All right, cups. You can put them out.
These cups?
Yeah. It's
No,
just
they
got
don't get to see my cups.
Okay.
No, they don't get
Do
to
I need
see.
to put it back?
But you really got in your bag with this, so I appreciate this.
You're very
for real.
welcome. And
I appreciate that.
to all the folks, listen, this has been another episode of Candace's Candid Talk. Yes, y'all check him out, check him out, check him out.
Talking that
Nah.
shit with C type shit.
Ooh. And I got a nickname. Stop playing.
Yeah.
Stop playing. He gonna be back. He don't know it yet, but he coming back. Him coming back.
I ain't got no problem with it. I mean, the hospitality was great, you know what I'm saying? And the conversation, the questions, all that shit there, man, it was like on point. So, like, it ain't had me in no like discomfort, you know what I'm saying? I was comfortable, you know what I'm saying? And shit, I mean, the next time I come, when she talking about I'm coming back, yeah, I'm gonna come back and pop some real pee with your ass, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I want right
Yeah, I'm gonna give
now.
you ass some real flavor. I just, I was keeping
Trying to be a little
professional tonight, you know what I'm saying?
professional. All right.
I'm gonna be heavy on this oil with that
with
cup,
that.
with that
next
cup
time, y'all come back for that one. That's the one y'all want to see.
yeah, that's the one y'all get next time. You did.
Straight like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll check y'all later. Tune in.